この想いを消してしまうにはまだ人生長いでしょう。
What is up, guys? Yugi here to bring you One Piece Chapter 896 review, which is the return of Yugi's face cam. Not really, it's the conclusion of the Straw Hat Luffy versus Big Mom Commander Katakuri. That's not actually the name of the chapter, it's the Last Request, which actually is, I don't get why it's named that because that's not even really a huge point in the chapter, but we kick it off with the self-proclaimed Straw Hat Grand Fleet Harujin arc. And we get to see Harujin in his wicked Viking-looking outfit with like gauntlets that really, honestly, do look like the Infinity Glove or Infinity Gauntlets that Thanos wears. Really cool. But we get into more of the time skippy stuff this chapter, which is great because by the end of the chapter, it is like 5 minutes till 1 a.m. when the Straw Hats are to meet Luffy on Cacao Island. Excuse me, guys. We get into the more of the Big Mom pirates, kicking it off with Oven and a bunch of the other ones, and they're basically saying how Luffy is running away from Katakuri. Their work in progress theory is Luffy's running, hopping from island to island because Brulee's missing. They think that's what's going on, which we of course know it is not. We know Luffy and Katakuri are having a balls to the wall metal fight right now. Personally, one of my favorite fights in all of One Piece. I know a lot of people were hating on this chapter for how it ended the fight. I didn't think it was going to end this soon. I said that last week, but I'm kind of happy I was wrong because I liked the way it ended and the way it was presented in this chapter. But back to where we were. We get Sanji, and he's basically saying if Luffy doesn't get away from those guys as soon as he gets out of the mirror, we're all done for. And then we get some back and forth with Sanji and Pudding where he flashes back and proceeds to thank her for all of her help. And she basically says that we're the enemy, don't thank me. And then Sanji states to her, I'm glad that my fiance was you, Pudding-chan. Because, you know, Sanji's got to stretch it out because, you know, it's Nami Swan and Robin-chan. I thought it was Robin-chan. I don't remember. Anyway, it's been a while since I've actually watched the sub of the One Piece anime. I usually don't. Then we get this sobbing Pudding. She's sobbing from all three eyes. I don't think she's faking this time. I think that's genuine emotions. Sanji basically tries to comfort her. He didn't mean to upset her. And this is where the name of the chapter comes from. I have one last request, Pudding tells her, and then she pulls the cigarette out of Sanji's mouth. Basically, my thoughts are she wants to smooch, but it may as well might just come down to she wants Sanji to quit smoking. That might be all it is. Then we cut back over to Luffy versus Katakuri, where we see them both throwing blows at each other, where Katakuri is slammed down on Luffy, and Luffy has just launched King Cobra and hit him in the gut. It looks like Luffy's attack landed first, but in the next panel we see Katakuri's attack did land too, and it created a huge hole that Luffy then fell into, and we get these scenes that Luffy is knocked out for a few seconds, and then Katakuri falls flat on his face. And we cut back over to where big news Morgan's is, and crap, I forgot the name of the guy with the books, and Tamago, and they're all arguing. Basically, dude with the books is telling Morgans, "You're not getting a scoop. We're getting rid of them, and you can report on their dead heads on the side of the island." And then we get to see Stussy basically saying that that's a little cruel, isn't it? But you're like pretty much making an opening for her because a big theory right now is that she's going to call in a buster call and all kind of crap. Who knows? She's CP0, but we never know. So we cut over to Capone Beige, and he is still running from Big Mom. Then we cut down to the Straw Hats trying to figure out whether Luffy actually knows what time they're supposed to be meeting. Jinbei states he doesn't know, and that Luffy wouldn't think to bring Brulee along with him to get out of there. Sorry guys, my allergies are acting up today. Cut back over, it is 12:47 a.m., about 14 minutes from or 13 minutes from the time that they're supposed to meet, and we see Luffy pull himself back up out of the crater and just climb his way tooth and nail to Katakuri, and then he sees Katakuri standing up, and he's remembering what Nami told him, what time they were supposed to meet, and he just straight up asks Katakuri, what time is it right now? Tell me what time it is. And Katakuri just basically states, Huff, 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 someday will you come back here, Huff, to defeat Big Mom, Huff, Huff. And Luffy's answer, of course, was, of course, I am the man who will become the king of the pirates. You're looking pretty far into the future. Like, I legit think, this probably didn't happen, but it would be cool if it did, that Katakuri thinks Luffy has already seen that future, or Katakuri has already seen it himself, Luffy becoming the king of the pirates, or possibly him coming back and defeating Big Mom. Just in that final instance, he gets a little glimpse of Luffy taking her down, and then Katakuri begins to pass out and fall on his back. And then we get this really cool scene of respect from Luffy where he just places the hat that he got from Beige on top of Katakuri's mouth to cover up the fangs as he walks off. And then we get the final page of the chapter, which we get to see Peckham's dressed up as Nazomas, which basically just means the mysterious, carrying around Brule to rescue Luffy out of the mirror world. And then we have the entire enraged army waiting at the mirror to take Luffy out the moment he walks out of the door. So that is the end of the chapter, guys. I thought this was a really good chapter. Sorry for shaking the camera. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 just because of my enjoyment for this chapter, and I actually liked the end of the Luffy Katakuri confrontation. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Yugi signing out.